controversial singer was spotted at the Palm Beach International Film Festival. Reportedly, he's house hunting there.
Wipe your tears away. You don't have to cry no more. Said you don't have to cry no more. Wipe your tears away. Wipe your tears. Wipe them, baby. Said you don't have to cry no more.
I hate to quote Candace Owens, but I'm sorry, y'all. This just seems a little fake and gay, in my opinion. Michael Jackson has been the scapegoat since the 1990s, and there are so many reasons why he is the scapegoat when things like this happen. He was anti-Sony, he was anti-establishment, he was so many things, and he spoke out about it. That's why he had the child molestation charges. That's why they literally killed him in the end. And this picture right here that was released with the Epstein files, I'm gonna pull up the original that's been released. A lot of Michael Jackson fans have seen this photo before because these two blacked out faces are the children of Diana Ross and Michael Jackson. Here it is. So as you'll see here, this is Michael Jackson, Bill Clinton, Diana Ross, her daughter, and Michael Jackson's two children right there. This was from a trip when Michael went to DC in 2003. Also, I want to point out that Michael's hand looks normal here. You can see his hand, you can see the vitiligo, you can see all of it. In the picture they released, his hand looks a little crazy. What's going on with his hand? I just think it's so crazy how anytime like something like this is going to drop and people are going to be like, I knew it, Michael Jackson was a pedo. When really Michael Jackson was a victim of Israel, to be honest. In 1993, he made a song, Palestine, Don't Cry. What happens in 1993? He gets molestation charges. I mean, in the early 2000s, Michael was so vocal about how Sony was ruining artists' lives, and he literally referred to them as the devil. Say what you want about Michael Jackson, but do not say he was a pedophile, because that man was smarter than the people who were out to get him, which is why they murdered him. So I cannot with these photos. It's feeling a little fake and gay.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back. And I said welcome back to yet another video. And we have some more unfortunate news about Michael Jackson. See, look, I've been seeing a lot of people actually talk about this situation, and I'm proud of it. You feel me? I'm proud of what I've been seeing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud. But I'm also disappointed about the other people that are reporting this as facts and as Michael Jackson was a bad person. Y'all know Michael Jackson's character has been come in question plenty of times with the allegations in the past. And bro, let me tell you something, I'm so sick of it. You know what I'm saying? And the media does nothing to help. They do nothing to help. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson has to be the most unfortunate victim of misinformation out of any artist, out of any celebrity, out of anybody in life, it seems like. It seems like that Michael Jackson is the most has the most misinformation made about him, and it sucks. It really does suck. And this is a prime example, again, of how it is. You know what I'm saying? Even in death, this dude cannot catch a break. It doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, let's talk about it, right? So the Epstein files were released in some way, shape, or form, and it actually features a lot of redacted names and a lot of redacted content. Apparently, the files themselves is filled with tons of just black squares, just covering up so many different things, right? Covering up this, covering up that, covering up whole pages, covering up names, covering up so many different things. And it's just, it's like, what was the point of releasing them if y'all were just going to cover everything up? That's not what we wanted. You feel me? It's like y'all didn't even try to get the information that we really wanted. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are redacting real things. You feel me? That's not what we wanted. We wanted the whole thing. We wanted the whole truth and nothing but the truth, not just a half truth or a quarter of it. That's not what we wanted. We want to see every single individual who went to his island. Every single one. And y'all just covered it up. Y'all are looking more suspicious by the day. What are we doing? But guess who managed to just be seen, right? Michael Jackson. Y'all redacted all this stuff, but didn't redact Michael Jackson. And y'all did it in a way that was very malicious, too. You feel me? Y'all didn't just show a picture of him. Y'all just put in stuff that made no sense. Y'all put in something that made absolutely no sense. Let's discuss it. So there's two photos that came out with Michael Jackson. That's one One of them is Michael Jackson with Jeffrey Epstein, right? I think at his Palm Beach house. And the other one is Michael Jackson with Diana Ross, Bill Clinton, and guess what? His kids. His kids. His own kids, right? And Diana Ross's son was there as well. But you want to know what they did? What the media did? They covered up his own children's faces, right? And Diana Ross's child face, and said, this is Michael Jackson, Bill Clinton, Diana Ross with 3 unidentified victims. They just try to pass Michael Jackson's own children off as victims, when that's not the case. That's his children. And somebody said that this was on a jet. No, this was on a tour bus. That picture was taken on the tour bus, and it had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein whatsoever. This is what I'm talking about. And I don't know why y'all try to mix the Bill Clinton thing up with it. You feel me? Because Bill Clinton might be doing some nasty stuff, right? Bill Clinton was there because Michael Jackson was doing a fundraiser for the Democratic Party, I think in 2002 or 2003. It was one of those 2 years. It may have been 2002. Michael looked like that around 2002 and 2003, but hey. Yeah, that was for a fundraiser concert that Michael performed at. Diana Ross was in the same outfit in that picture. Diana Ross's son was in the same outfit as that picture as well. And Diana Ross's son has also came out and defended Michael. And defended Diana. Evan Ross, shout out to Evan. Shout out to Evan Ross, bro. Shout out to Evan. Bro, what are we doing? And that had nothing to do with Epstein. That had zero affiliation. This was for a fundraiser to help people. Like, are we forgetting this? And apparently these images were already on social media. It was already on the internet. Getty Images had that same picture since 2003 or 2, right? I'm forgetting the year. I forgot which one it was. I think it may have been 2002. That might have been Michael's last concert alive, actually, I think. One of those years. I'm sorry. But still, it's like, it doesn't make any sense, right? So, right? Michael Jackson's nanny, her name is Grace Rwamba. I apologize if I said that wrong, but I'm going to just call her Grace. I made a post on Facebook, right? Let me read what she said right quick. This photo is a perfect example of how easy it is to weave a grand story from nothing. I remember this moment vividly. We were in a trailer outside the Apollo Theater in New York in April 2002. Michael Jackson was preparing to perform at the Every Vote Counts national voter registration and fundraiser for the Democrat Party. I was off to the side with BG blanket. Consider how the photo was manipulated to pull Michael into the Epstein mess. Now, major news outlets around the globe are on the case. I have seen this movie before, right? It seems like that every time there is a situation about a big pedophile, there's all of a sudden, oh, how do we make this about Michael Jackson? I remember when Diddy was going through his mess, there was a random Fox News article trying to portray Michael as similar to Diddy. Just a random article, by the way. Here are similar facts between Michael Jackson and Diddy's case. It's like, what does Michael have to do with this? They also had said, oh, Michael had Diddy apparently had a railroad, a tunnel into Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch. What the fuck does this have to do with Michael Jackson? This is about Diddy. When R. Kelly was going through his stuff, guess what came right after the R. Kelly documentary was announced? Leaving Neverland, the Michael Jackson documentary that was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We all remember that. Harvey Weinstein was going through his stuff, right? Apparently, Michael was talked about more than Harvey Weinstein was, when Harvey Weinstein should have been at the forefront. Now, with Jeffrey Epstein, how do we make this about Michael Jackson? Again, they always try to use Michael Jackson as a scapegoat for these allegations that he was never found guilty of, right? They always find a way to put in Michael. They always do. That's why the people always say that Michael Jackson was killed, Michael Jackson was framed, because of information like this. Look at this. I have yet to figure out how to put pictures on my dang YouTube. Right here, right? This is the picture that was in the in the Epstein files, whatever, with hidden faces of his children and Diana Ross's child. This is the actual picture. Diana Ross's children, Michael's children, Diana Ross's son, and what are we doing? Like, you know, I could be ranting and raving a lot right now, but you know, this will pass. You feel me? I'm just ready for that movie. I'm still ready for that movie. I'm still ready for that movie. Also, there is another picture that is discussing Michael Jackson and Jeffrey Epstein, and that's Michael Jackson and Jeffrey Epstein together, I think on his Palm Beach house in Florida. Let me say something. Just because you take a picture with somebody does not mean they're guilty. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've taken a picture with plenty of people in my life, and I've had no idea what they do behind closed doors. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I've taken pictures with so many people in my lifetime because I did modeling and I knew people and I want to stay in touch with people. And I'm pretty sure they haven't. I'm not gonna say they've done some bad things, but I'm saying, like, I don't know what they do behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they do. And if they do something, I don't expect nobody to be like, "Oh, Sean, I see you took a picture with him. You knew him? You knew what he was doing? You know how unfair that is to me?" And nobody's doing that in the real world. Nobody's doing that in the real world. So why are we doing that to Michael? Right? I get it. Jeffrey Epstein is a problem. I get it. Jeffrey Epstein is evil. Most definitely evil. But Michael Jackson knew everybody, right? Michael Jackson knew so many different people. Just because they took a picture together doesn't mean a damn thing. Michael Jackson took a picture with so many different celebrities. There's a video called Michael Jackson with 1,000 celebrities. 1,000. You think Michael Jackson was friends with 1,000 people? He barely even had real friends. There it is. He's barely even had real friends. What are we talking about? Michael Jackson's barely had real friends. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, you know, I'm not doubting that he was friends with a lot of celebrities, but like, real friends that was with him in the dark times, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of common knowledge that he didn't have a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doubting that he didn't have it. I'm not saying that he didn't have anything like Liz Taylor, Chris Tucker, and whatnot. But like, bro, come on now. Like, y'all get what I'm trying to say. It's been said that he only met Jeffrey Epstein one time in 2002. The 2000s was just a problem for Michael, brother. The early 2000s was just a problem for Michael. Look at this. So he met Jeffrey Epstein in 2002, right? And Michael Jackson's bodyguard has came out to defend him, right? Matt Fedes, right? On Instagram, right? Let's talk about it. This is what he had to say, right? We were house hunting in 2003. Michael wanted to live near Barry Gibbs, so we set up via an agent to look for properties for sale on Palm Beach, right? Epstein's house was for sale, and we went along with Michael, his kids, myself, another bodyguard, and a doctor friend, and Mark Lester to view it. Michael did not even know who the man was. He didn't even know who the man was. Every house we viewed that week, the owners wanted pictures with Michael. Every owner wanted a picture with Michael. And Jeffrey Epstein was a owner of the house that Michael was looking at. As we discussed, we had no idea who the owners were as it was set up for us. That's all it was, a house hunting mission. Nothing more. It was well recorded and publicized at the time. He was house hunting in the area. Frustrating for me to see as I was there as his bodyguard and friend. It was a 30-second photo, then on to the next viewing. So it was a nothing burger. It was a nothing burger. It was nothing. Case closed, right? It was nothing. It was just a house viewing. I can't make this up. It was only a house viewing. And you mean to tell me that a 30-second photo caused all this commotion and caused all this problem? Man, the media needs to wake up, bro. Let's talk about this movie. One thing about it and two things for sure, this movie better get everything correct. It better get, well, not everything, because of course that's impossible. But Michael Jackson's movie needs to talk about how the media treated him, bro. They have to dive into it. They have to. They have to dive into it. Because you have stuff like this. People are calling Michael Jackson and Jeffrey Epstein best friends. People are calling them best friends. Isn't that crazy? People are calling them best friends. People are calling them, saying that they did nasty stuff with other people and this and the third. When both pictures that was in, right, these files, right, happened to be nothing burgers the entire time. There was nothing you can say about Michael at this point. But everything else is redacted, right? Everything else is just black squares, black squares. But we have one picture of Michael, right, with Bill Clinton and Diana Ross and his children at an event that had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. And they tried to pass off his kids as victims. And another picture of Michael was just Michael viewing a house. And Jeffrey Epstein was a financial advisor and did things with houses and stuff like that. And this is so sad. So that was the end of the video. I hope y'all really kind of got something from this. Do y'all disagree? I want y'all to argue in the comments, because some people are trying to use this as a gotcha moment from Michael Jackson. You feel me? And some people are like, oh, we're not surprised that it's Michael. We're not surprised. Michael would, bro, miss me with that. Every time y'all think y'all have a one-up on Michael Jackson, it turns out to be BS. And y'all continue to have nothing on him. But y'all know how the media does. We all know this. But unfortunately, the damage is already done. It really is. But I hope the same way that they spoke the truth, they can speak the same way that they spoke the lie, I hope they can speak the truth. Because this is ridiculous. But everybody knows what they're doing, right? And karma will come back up to them. Right? Karma will come back up to them in the future. So, is there anything else I want to say? I feel like there is, because misinformation about Michael Jackson, bro, I'm so tired and so sick of it. Like, it makes no sense. I think that's it. That's why Michael Jackson said they don't really care about us. That's exactly why they don't really care about us, because of stuff like this. So, you know what? I'm tired of rambling. I hope y'all got something from this video, and hopefully this will be the last and only time I will speak about Jeffrey Epstein on this channel, because that man was a problem. That man was disgusting. And it's a damn shame that they tried to lump Michael's name with it all. Yeah. Have a good one.